Alright, hi guys, welcome to Fontenelle Forest. We're here in the Raptor Refuge, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how we prep our food for our birds and how we get these guys their food, alright? So first thing I'll show you guys right here is you see we have our big board here. And this board is split into two halves, so we have our display birds. These are the guys that are outside. We have our education birds. So all the birds that we have here, they are permanent residents. They're unable to survive out in the wild, so we have to take a little bit of extra care for them. So you notice over here on the right, every bird kind of has their favorite types of food, and even within the same species, there are some birds that just may not like to eat certain foods. They have a red-tailed hawk that doesn't like day-old chicks, but some other red-tailed hawks will eat them just fine. So if you want to kind of turn around here, I can show you some of the food I've already got prepped. And again, we have them split into two different sides. So the bowls that have the red text, these are our education birds. These are the ones that go out to schools and do our programs. We watch these guys a little bit more carefully than our display birds. The reason is to have these guys want to work with us. Usually we want them to kind of know there's going to be a snack waiting for them when they get back home. So we watch their weight a whole lot more closely, because if they get too heavy and they're too content and full of food, they don't really have any motivation to come work with us. And over here are display birds, and again, they get their food separated out into bowls. They usually get a little bit more food than these guys do, but it's still the same types of food. So I'll kind of show you a closer up of one of these bowls. So we have different types of mice. These are our large mice. They're a little bit smaller. Kind of use those to round off the dish. We have extra large mice here. So this is kind of one of the main courses they'll get, the bigger mice. And these are day-old chicks. So just like the little chickens you'd see in the farm when they're 1 day old, we get these guys, and they're actually really good at that age because they still have some of the yolk in their belly, which is really high in nutrient. So it's really healthy for those guys. Some of our birds only eat fish, so it's a struggle for us to get these fish because usually it's pretty expensive. But luckily, we can kind of lean on our community and on the niceness of all of our guests out to get donations for these fish. And all the food that our birds eat, it has to have a face. If it's just like, ground beef or maybe like some roadkill or something like that, they usually are not interested in it at all because they can't really recognize it. Birds don't really have like a strong sense of smell, so now they can just smell food all over. Turkey vultures a little bit, but most of the birds, they usually need to use their eyesight to be able to recognize their food. And because it's not moving around, they really need to be able to identify it to be able to pick up their food. Right over here, we have a log. So every day we track the food that they get to. We enter it into, we have a very cool system on our computer, and it'll track their weights and how much food they're getting and show us a very nice, pretty graph. So we can always keep track of, if our birds are getting too much food or not enough food. Last thing I'll show you guys before we kind of wrap up here is our closet. So I call it the closet. It's a giant fridge, but this is where the food goes every day. So usually this thing is pulled up to the front, and about every 2 months we have to get new orders of food, and this thing fits thousands of dollars of food. So it's pretty expensive to feed these guys. So we also lean on our donations for that. It's awesome that you guys can help us feed all these hungry mouths that we get in. And that's really most of what our food prep is. It takes a while every day. Here's our pulling charts. We pull the food every day before they get fed, so it can be nice and thawed out for them in the morning. So they have nice warm mice and chicks waiting for them the rest of the day. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope you have a great Monday. Thanks.